Virgo, welcome. Welcome to your weekly reading that is also timeless. It's Terra Firma Thursdays, and I'm Matt, and I'm here to read for your highest good and your highest outcome, and it is my great pleasure to do so, Virgo. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, my friends. Of course, if you're watching later, then it's still timeless, but happy birthday regardless. Today I have the Baroque Tarot, I have the Wild Unknown, and I also have the Animal Spirit Oracle, which is it's the same author as the Wild Unknown, so it kind of goes along with that theme. Kim Kranz, who made these decks, is a Taurus, so another Earth energy friend. So Virgo, without further ado, let's get right into it, okay? We'll kick it off with the Baroque. I'm going to give it a quick shuffle here. It's been thoroughly shuffled, but I'm going to shuffle right in front of you as well, just because I feel like I'm supposed to. And we'll go ahead and cut the deck as well. All right, my friends. Hope everybody's doing well out there, and again, thank you for being here. All right, we're kicking it off with the Ten of Wands. We have a burden that's being released. Excellent. We've got the Chariot. We've also got somewhere to go. We've got something waiting in the wings. Like when you release this burden, there's something new around the corner. And we have the World. Wow. Okay, the World is the end of the major arcana cycle. This is sort of a signifying a very significant chapter in your life, life lesson coming to a close. Let's see, is that in the frame? Pretty close. And then underlying the deck is the Eight of Swords. This is the Sword of Truth, clear communication, revealing truth. Fantastic. I don't feel like this is new information coming to light in your case, Virgo. I feel like it's just really an acknowledgement and understanding of how things are, in a sense. It's allowing you to just finally release something that needs to be released. And then, of course, we have, in so doing, you're closing out a major chapter in your life, a major life lesson, a very significant lesson. And it's something that is, Spirit is waiting to take you somewhere completely new and different. So I feel like Spirit is sort of like rearing to go to slingshot you into a new paradigm. If that makes sense, Virgo. Does it make sense? Who knows? But let's get some clarification and see if it does. Regarding these Ten of Wands, what do our Virgo friends need to know? What does Virgo need to know about the Ten of Wands? What does Virgo need to know about the Ten of Wands? Ten of Wands. All right, one more shuffle. Okay. Regarding the Ten of Wands, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So, releasing the burden, again, we have a brand new opportunity on the horizon here. A brand new opportunity. We've got the Seven of Cups. Choices to be made that basically you're kind of spoiled for choice here. And then we have the Sun. So beautiful. I love this because of the way the Seven of Cups card works in this particular deck. I will explain in a moment. Underlying energy is the Mother of Swords. We had the Ace of Swords underlying previously, as you recall, which is about that truth, clear truth. The Mother of Swords is very, very sharp and perceptive, and she is very aware of what's going on. You see that look? Like she knows. This is a very intuitive energy. So I feel like you know what it is, and you know what needs to be released, and you know what to cut out of your life. She will cut shit out of her life without hesitation. She does not tolerate malarkey or tomfoolery or any of the other large words to describe stupid shit, basically. She doesn't tolerate stupid shit. Now, what I love about this Sun and this Seven of Cups is this. This Seven of Cups here, we have 6 cups upright and 1 cup inverted. And it's like the moon is here. The 6 cups upright is like an emotional, it's kind of the long-standing situation. So it's the status quo of a situation, right? It could be comfortable, but then the moon is sort of like your inner world. Like, well, what? There's a longing for something else. It's for this Ace of Cups that's sitting there, upside down. It's like, I wonder wonder what that would be like. And here we have, when you turn the card over, we've got the 6 cups inverted and the Ace of Cups upright. And this is super key, I think, to this whole circumstance, because it's sort of making a choice to stick with the familiar or to go after something new. And because we had the Sun and the Ace of Pentacles, this is about a brand new beginning and a very, very happy outcome. And I really feel like your choice to make here, which is regarding this burden that you're carrying, is to really go for the new thing, to pursue the new thing. And I think that's the burden that's being released, is you're being honest with, like, the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Swords. I think you're being honest with yourself about something that that you absolutely, I forget how this was, that you absolutely need to be honest with yourself about, which is maybe a desire that's deep in your heart, that's been lingering and festering there, and maybe you've been hesitant to acknowledge it or pursue it, Virgo, but I think it's something that is really coming to light. Effectively, it's coming to light. I mean, the sun is shining on this compulsion, I think, or this desire to move forward, and it's pulling you out, and you really can't deny it anymore. This is a good thing, Virgo. This is a very good thing. So it may be a little bit of a scary thing, because there is an implication there that maybe leaving behind something familiar and comfortable, but that ultimately isn't satisfying your spirit, is being left behind. And I know there's fear there, but let's get some clarification on this Chariot for you, Virgo. What does Virgo need to know about this Chariot? Where's the Chariot taking Virgo? Where are we going? I don't know that it'll tell us where we're going. It'll tell you something about it, though. All right, looks like we have 3 cards. Okay, we got 3 cards. Perfect. We got the 4 of Swords. This is rest and recovery after disappointment, heartache, heartbreak, that kind of thing. So the 4 of Swords is telling me that you have potentially, it's been painful. This shift has been painful. It's caused some emotional damage. Excuse me. It's caused some emotional damage, and there's been some time to have to recover. But you can see how the sunshine is on the lamb there, and on the kind of on the third eye of the lamb. It's that sun and moon thing that we talked about with the 7 of Cups, right? The sun is beginning to shine on your deepest desire, which is that moon, right? The moon is the inner world, so it's the feminine, receptive side. The sun is starting to shine on that. It's being brought to light. So as you're resting and recovering from this release of a burden, your true desires are starting to be illuminated, I think, as you're recovering here. We've got the 9 of Pentacles. This is all about enjoying the fruits of your labor, acknowledging the hard work that you've put into something, and spending a little time just enjoying that. There's a call to enjoy your material aspects and just to enjoy your life a little bit here. And recognize the fact that you've earned, what you have, you've earned, and that's something to be celebrated. Then we have the King of Swords here, the Father of Swords. We did have the Queen of Swords underlying previously, as you remember. The King of Swords, this is the impartiality. It's mastery of communication and thought, Virgo. So this is an implication that this, either you or this individual has basically, I feel it's you. You're not letting your emotions and passions obfuscate your ability to think clearly and logically and rationally. So you're not obstructed in any way by your emotions. You're able to put those aside so that you can think clearly and level-headedly. Okay. It's like a judge. Think of it like a judge. So you've got a very clear mind about this. I think you've gained a lot of clarity after mulling over these circumstances, especially after the time recovering from the disappointment. In so doing, you're developing, cultivating an energy within you where you've learned to sort of allow your logic and reason to sort of take the lead in this situation, okay? Which is a great thing. I know I'm reading tarot cards, and some people may think that's super wooey and goofy, but even as a tarot reader, I can say logic and reason are one of my favorite things. I appreciate that very much. I think there's always a time and place for rational, regular ass, normal thoughts. It doesn't always have to be space alien, intergalactic federation. Take your pick, right? The spiritual community is a big tent. I love it. I love the people in it. And I like to go there too, but I also like to ground as well. Okay, not blah, 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 blah. Nine of Wands is underneath here, okay? The Nine of Wands, that moon, remember your deepest desires, your dreams? It's right there. We have a staircase leading up to your dreams. This card is suggesting that you're getting close to your manifestation or your wish fulfillment in this. If you're able to release this burden that we talked about earlier, it's going to put you on a path. The Chariot is also, like I said, wants to take you somewhere, right? And it is to your dreams, and you're actually getting close. And close, when I say close, I'm saying close energetically. I'm not putting a time stamp or time frame on it, because that's between you and spirit, and I mean close energetically. So understand that, Virgo. If you're looking at tarot cards in a very, very literal way, for purposes of, fortune telling, what you'll find is tarot cards oftentimes have much more of an interest in showing you energies that you need to see. Really, their favorite thing to do is be a mirror, Virgo. So just take it as it resonates. Understand that it's a bit of an abstraction, okay? And I think you do understand that. As the King of Swords energy there, I think you get it. So we move forward. What does Virgo need to know about this world? The World card here. Please clarify the world for Virgo. Clarify the world for Virgo, please. I'm in a bit of a goofy mood, Virgo. Very happy today. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're happy. Very positive vibes here. All right. Guarding the world. I'll do one more shuffle. Okay. All right, Virgo. We have the Six of Wands. Emerging. See how the butterfly is emerging from that thicket of wands there, the thicket of branches? It's like an underbrush, and you're sort of flying. You're rising above it. You're rising out of the confusion, okay? And you're rising out of the confusion as a butterfly transformed. There's a metamorphosis between the caterpillar and the butterfly, and I feel like you're flying out. It's like you're flying out of the thicket there, kind of a new creature in a way. You've gone through a lot. You've gone through a major process, right? We've got the Three of Cups. Celebrating with friends. Enjoying life. You see these, it's a beautiful card. These three birds hanging out kind of in the sunset there. That's wonderful. And we have the Nine of Cups. Yeah, happiness, harmony, contentment within oneself. The Nine of Cups, kind of like the Nine of Pentacles, they both have a bit of an implication of individual energy or solitude or singleness. It doesn't have to just explicitly be singleness, but you're finding the Nine of Cups is all about like, yes, I'm peaceful and happy and fulfilled, and I've done so of my own volition. Like, you're filling your own emotional cup rather than relying on others to do so. So this is very, very wonderful. I love to see this. Brilliant. All right. Underlying the deck here is the Son of Cups, or the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is knights are typically actions coming towards you, or actions that you may be out doing, and they are representing various aspects. The Knight of Cups is representing an emotional cup. Cups are all about emotions, water, and it's an emotional offer. So it could be that somebody coming into your life is bringing about a new offer of love, that is a legitimate, mature one. You could almost think of it as the Knight of Cups is pretty much typically got something like the Ace of Cups in their hand, a very solid offer. So be on the lookout for that. But also, one thing about the Knight of Cups is the way that they convey their emotional expression. There's a bit of a call here to some artistic endeavors. So if you're feeling a little bit emotionally backed up through this process, it looks like we kind of kicked the reading off with a big decision, right? If you're feeling emotionally constipated, in a sense, there's a call for some artistic expression. If it's like, singing, dancing, drawing, painting, take it as it resonates. Poetry, whatever it is that you do, there may be a call for that. Poetry does resonate a bit, though. Like maybe journaling or poetry is a good idea for you, Virgo. And singing, of course. That's my main outlet. I love to sing. If you only knew. I'm out here in my van, just belting, singing The Darkness. I don't know if you remember The Darkness from back in the day. I've been following him the whole time, and I still love that band. But he's got that high register, and I try to keep up. I won't subjugate you to that experience, so we'll move on. All right, let's get a potential outcome for you, Virgo. Potential outcome. 3 cards, please, for Virgo. All right, we have the Devil that came out. This is a very... I haven't really seen the Devil in this deck much. We've got the Devil here. This is a binding. This is an energy of binding. Holding on to things stubbornly. Addictions, vices, attachments, things like that. It's very much in opposition to this Ten of Wands, where you're so burdened that you're finally going to release it. So there's no guarantees here. I think you're being presented, like I said, with the Seven of Cups, you're being presented a choice to either move forward or to hold on to something. And so you may be holding on. Some of you will be tempted to hold on to something. But let's keep going. We've got the Six of Swords. Beautiful card. Moving away from turbulence and conflict into a more peaceful time, calmer waters, a reprieve from tension. So kind of a other option available to you is to get away from the conflict. So this past position, Ten of Wands thing, if there's conflict in that, if there's tension, arguments, things like that, you have the opportunity to get away from it. Also can be representative of physical travel as well. So this opportunity, this releasing of a burden and this new opportunity could involve relocating, potentially. Take it as it resonates. We'll see. And we have the Sun. We have the Sun come out twice, Virgo. The opportunities available to you can cultivate and bring about some really significant and happy times in your life. Virgo, I think this is fantastic. What's made available to you here, if you're willing to release the burden, is something beautiful. Underlying the deck, speaking of beautiful things, is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups, a new partnership, potentially a new soulmate. Soulmates come in many forms. Could be romantic, could be simply a friendship. It could even be a business partner. Somebody that's on your team, though, that you and this other person are really giving to one another in a very free way, and it's simply multiplying. I will spare you the Sunday school song that comes to mind, but I do remember, love is something, if you give it away, you end up having more. And as an adult, I would say that's maybe a little oversimplified and a little naive, perhaps, but there's truth in it. When two people genuinely are loving each other, you're only multiplying the love. There's no need for thirst. You won't thirst anymore, If this burden you're releasing is like some of you are in a current relationship and you're feeling very thirsty or starved, or that you're not being nurtured by it, and maybe you're not able to really nurture them either. That could be a big portion of it. I will say that if that's something that you're on the fence about or dealing with, I would say that it's important to recognize that a truly healthy relationship, each person will be building up the other person, and it doesn't drain you. It only amplifies you. It only builds you up. And we, obviously there's ups and downs in any relationship, no matter how perfect they are. But the key point there is like, are you two filling each other's cups? Is it equal in that sense, One thing we touched on earlier in the reading was this idea of the 9 of Cups and like having your own cup fulfilled. And so I do feel like you're becoming very good at filling your own cup, and that there may be a key there as to why, those of you in a either a recent past relationship or a current relationship are just feeling it's very emotionally lopsided. Let's put it that way. Emotionally lopsided. Okay, Virgo. And love and light to you and the other party involved, if that's your story. I don't want to stick my nose into anybody's business where it doesn't belong. So, entertainment purposes only. I'm not giving you specific advice about what you should do in your relationship, okay? That's your decision to make. All right, we're going to do an animal spirit. This is a reflection of a potential energy that we can look at and examine within ourselves. It's sort of it emphasizes the character of a person. So sort of like a court card in the tarot where it's a king or a queen or whatever. It's animals and they have different respective qualities to them. We have butterfly. We talked about butterflies earlier. The metamorphosis that occurs in a person. What we have to look at here with butterfly that's so important is when a caterpillar enters the cocoon, the caterpillar, it's not like a caterpillar just sprouts wings out of its back and then it becomes a butterfly. The transformation the caterpillar fully breaks down. So the previous identity of the insect is completely eliminated before it is reformed into a butterfly. So there's sort of like a death and a rebirth within the cocoon. So some of you are going through that, or thinking of, or about to, or I feel like you're in a position of entering that metamorphosis, and it feels like a death. It feels like a death, an ego death, or a death of your previous life. So all the things you're familiar with and comfortable with, sometimes they all have to be pulled out from under you so that you can turn into a better version of yourself, a much more empowered version of yourself, a much more beautiful version of yourself. The caterpillar is a very humble creature, and makes that sacrifice to become this butterfly. I'm going to go ahead and hop into the book for a minute here, Virgo, just to get a little more insight, but I think that's kind of the gist of it. I'm not super well versed in this oracle. I kind of intuited a little bit of that. So butterfly, here we are. Okay. Butterfly. Undergrowing. Yes, an undergrowth. Pardon. Tee-hee. Okay. All right, butterfly. Undergoing great change and transformation. The energy of the butterfly is with us during periods of transition. Since air is the element of the heart, this change usually involves relationships, or if you love your job, perhaps your career, in parentheses. Since transition is accompanied by some amount of discomfort, be extra patient and kind during this time, especially if the butterfly is you. Let solid friends and activities support you like a cocoon, committing to one daily routine, a meal, practice, or prayer, done at the same time, and time will do wonders for lifting a butterfly's spirit. When in balance, cheerful and grateful. When out of balance, fragile and frustrated. To bring into balance, daily routine. Okay. Yes, I like that they touched on the solid friends and activities support you like a cocoon, because you are going through this period of time, and I think that's why we had this Three of Cups card, this friendship card here. You'll be relying, and it was right with this butterfly card, the Six of Wands from earlier. You're going to need to be supported by your friends at this time, and you'll know who your friends are. You know, going through this process, you'll know who your friends are. It always shows. In times of difficult transition and transformation, you really find out, you know, who's on your side of the court. I don't know how to say it. On your team, I guess you could say, Virgo. But this is beautiful. I think you're on the cusp. I mean, with the World card here, you're on the cusp of something major, Virgo. A big change. So Virgo, I want to wish you the best of luck with this. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope this reading was helpful, and I hope it resonated. If it did, and you're not subscribed, please consider hitting the subscribe button, of course, and like the video if you liked it. All right? And I will see you next Thursday, Virgo. Terra Firma Thursdays, every Thursday for you. Until then, have a beautiful week. Take care, and I'll see you next time.